Today, we're going to be helping you to break 40 minutes for the middle distance 70.3 swim.
Yeah, that is swimming 1900 metres in under 40 minutes. Now, I don't know why, but as triathletes, it's quite common to have some real target times for the bike and the run, but let's not forget the swim.
Absolutely. So today we're going to be talking you through the training required to swim at this pace, as well as some example workouts and some tips for race day itself. Right then, let's jump straight into this then. What does a sub 40-minute 70.3 swim look like then? Well, in a pool, that's a 2 minute and 6 second 100-meter split time. But let's play this safe. Let's say 2 minutes to 2 minutes and 5 seconds per 100. So how do we go around tackling and approaching this then?
Well, there's kind of two key elements you need to address: fitness and technique. Now, when it comes to technique, it can be tempting to just think when you want to swim faster, just do more and more miles in the pool. But you could actually be compounding a problem you already have. So you need to focus on ironing that out. But there's also the fitness element. Swimming for 1900 meters under 40 minutes, that requires some endurance. You're going to need to make sure you've got a plan where you can regularly head to the pool.
Talking of fitness, ideally you want to be looking at doing around 2 to 3 swims per week. And although these don't need to be crazily long distances, it is a good idea to become used to doing session durations of around 45 minutes from time to time, because that is going to be slightly longer, hopefully, than that target goal race pace. And in terms of distance, probably looking at around 1500 to 1600 meters for some of those swims, obviously depending on the session content, the intensity and the rest intervals.
Yeah, talking of which, it can be really tempting to think, oh, I need to swim 1900 meters on every session because that's what my race is. Try not to fall into that trap, because you're just end up plateauing, you'll get a bit bored of swimming, and well, it's not actually going to help you reach your end goal. Instead, take confidence from the fact that you're swimming consistently, and it's actually what counts over all of those sessions throughout the week. And talking of those sessions, you actually want to have a separate focus on those potential sessions, and we've got a little bit more detail here.
So first up, we've got a technique workout, and these should be a lot shorter in distance actually, where we're really focusing on quality, not quantity. And yet, it's time for some drills, so you can really focus on the weaknesses in your stroke. Now, one area that does tend to be a weakness for a lot of swimmers is their catch. It basically is the first part of the stroke as soon as the hand has entered the water, and essentially sets up the rest of the stroke, the pull and beyond. So you might want to give that some focus, but beyond that, you may even want to get someone to watch you in the water, or even better, film you. Take a look at the body position and identify any other flaws or weaknesses in your stroke. And then going forwards from that, you might want to watch one of our drills videos, which I'll pop in the description just down below, and pick out the drills that are relevant to your weaknesses to implement into your own workout.
Now let's address your fitness, an essential element for an effort that is going to take you around 40 minutes. So it's going to be very much aerobic. The majority of the main set needs to be around a 3 to 4 out of 10. So you're building that aerobic base. It should feel comfortable. However, it's not to be confused with a recovery session. You are still here to work, but it is going to be slower than your race pace because you're building that base. Anyway, we've got an example for you to take a look at here.
So starting with a warm-up of 100 meters freestyle swim into 100 meters pull, and then finishing with 2 lots of 50 meters kick. The main set is 3 lots of 400 meters steady swimming with 20 to 30 seconds recovery between, and then finishing with a warm down of 50 meters kick and 50 meters swim for a total of 1600 meters. And then for this next one, we're going to be increasing the physical effort a little bit, and we're going after that target goal race pace. As just a reminder, 40 minutes 70.3 works out at 2:06 per 100. But as I mentioned earlier, we're going to play things safe with a 2 minute per 100, which makes our life quite easy actually, because that works out at 1 minute per 50 or 30 seconds per 25. So nice and easy when we're doing reps and intervals in training. Of course, we can't just expect to turn up on race day and knock out that kind of pace. We need to be practicing it in training. So these workouts are a great opportunity to break it down into shorter intervals with short recovery in between. And by practicing this pace or faster regularly in training, it should mean that when it comes to race day, you put it all together with continuous 1900 meters, it will feel a breeze. So to get you started, here's a nice workout for you. So for the warm-up, we've got 100 meters freestyle swim, and then into 50 meters kick, and then finishing with 4 lots of 25 meters swim, descending pace 1 to 4, meaning the first rep is easy through to the 4th rep at a hard effort with 20 seconds recovery between each rep. Then the main set, we've got 3 lots of 100 meters at 2 minutes per 100 meter pace with a turnaround time of 2 minutes 20, therefore getting 20 seconds recovery between each rep. And then into 100 meter easy pace swim with 30 seconds recovery. Repeat that all through 3 times for the main set. And then the warm down, 50 meters easy kick, followed by 100 meters very easy swimming. That's a total of 1600 meters, but you can increase the repetitions of the main set with time. Well, there's just one final part to address.
Yeah, we've focused on obviously pool sessions so far, but the majority of 70.3 swims are going to be in open water, whether that's lake, river or sea, and it's going to feel very different to the pool. So if you're not experienced in open water, you're going to need to spend some time acclimatizing. There's going to be challenges such as potential currents or waves, the weather, different light, the different temperature. But before you panic, there's also quite a plus side because the majority of races, it's going to be cold enough that you will be wearing a wetsuit, and that brings with it buoyancy and makes swimming much easier. So it actually kind of balances it out quite nicely.
Yeah, and talking of practice, on race day, you will inevitably be surrounded by other swimmers. So whilst in the pool, you may have got yourself dialed into that swim pace required, it could really hamper you having a lot of people around you and unnerve you quite a lot. So make sure you do practice swimming with other people in close proximity, but also, again, you could use that to your advantage. You could potentially draft off them, get on their hips, get on their feet, and ultimately that's going to allow you to either swim faster or the same pace for less effort. Another thing to take into account for open water swimming is sighting. Similarly, again, in the pool, you could be able to swim at that pace, but as soon as you start trying to sight in the open water, it can quickly hamper your performance as you start to put the brakes on, your feet sink, or you just don't stay on course. So do make sure you practice that. And again, we do have a video for that on GTN where we go into a lot of depth and a lot of length. So I'll drop that in the description just down below.
Now, it does seem like we've covered a lot of things around how to swim under 40 minutes for your 1900 meters, but I see that as a positive thing because you can pluck 1 or 2 of these, work on them, and you'll see a big improvement, and then you can move on to the next thing. So you have the potential to do it. So good luck with this goal. If you've enjoyed it, give us a like, and remember, you can follow us on our social media, and you can also subscribe here on YouTube.